I'm very proud to announce our partnership with Uncanna, Trusted Natural Solutions. Uncanna is a CBD company. They make all kinds of CBD products which help people get over shit like anxiety, aches and pains, and general bullshit of the world. Uncanna takes the edge off of life. Everybody's talking about CBD. There's a lot of great companies out there. But if I'm going to pick a company to put in my fucking body, I'm going to choose Uncanna. You know, you go to Uncanna.com, you use code VIOPRO, you get 25% off all of the CBD products. What do you have to lose? Go check it out. At least go there and research. They got plenty of information, some fact sheets, the data on how pure and safe their product truly is. What do you have to lose, kids? Go check it out on Canada.com and make sure you use VioPro at checkout for 25% off your entire order of CBD.
This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
I'm a little bit drunk, dude.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about fucking marijuana.
Yeah, talking about edibles.
You've never done them before.
No, I smoked, stupidly enough, I smoked weed with my my friend who was leaving for MEPS for the Navy, like the next day.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He gets drug tested.
Yeah, and he was like, and they were just like, yeah, we'll just wait 6 months and then we'll send you to MEPS.
Yeah.
So, because this was at the height of, this was right after 9/11, so they were taking everybody. They didn't care.
They didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Like, oh, you fuck children? All right. It doesn't matter.
It's funny.
We'll send you to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, I personally feel like that, like, I don't know, you feel dopey, like, for a month, right? Like, for the old shit, I'm trying to think about how marijuana feels. I'm trying to think, because it's been a while. But...
Do you do mostly edibles? Do you smoke at all, or do you do just edibles?
Oh, I have smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your preferred method?
Edibles.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because there's a lot of people that don't like that. Why'd you do that under the table?
I'm trying to make it not sound like...
Yeah, but that's good for the episode.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing, because it does different things for different people. Some people can't hang with eating it. Some people do better smoking, you know, because you can control the smoking it better than you can with edibles, because like I've experienced in the past, you eat it and then you forget, because it takes forever for it to kick in. It's not like, you know, when you take an aspirin and it takes 20 minutes.
Right.
It will take like 40 minutes to an hour sometimes for you to feel anything, depending on how much you take. So like for me, like I'll take a little bit.
And then you think that's not working.
Yeah, and you just fucking forget. Like, you forget, and you're like, oh, I should probably take something. And then you're fucking sitting there watching some fucking episode of, like, you know, Wiped Out or something. And like, you're sitting there, and you're just like, you pop another one, and then like 30 minutes goes by, and you're like, oh, like, why are they jumping on balloons? Like, you know, it's like, it's fucking crazy.
That'd be tough for me too, because I'm not like, I'll bake a tray of brownies, and then like I'm not one to. Oh, I'll save these.
But it's different
for
dude.
Tomorrow. It's like, no, I'm gonna eat the whole fucking thing.
That's so inconsistent. It's a crazy thing to even talk about. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, to even understand to fucking boil it down or fucking bake it in the oil and shit like that. It's such a non-consistent, even in regulated like formulas.
Right.
It's such a non-consistent fucking thing.
Yeah, like, so like one quadrant of whatever you baked or whatever you made out of it.
A quadrant.
I don't know, man. I just cut things in fours. But that will have like the highest concentration of it because it didn't get mixed up right. Like fucking blueberries.
If you're making it yourselves,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty inconsistent. You can't. It's like making bath salts or crystal meth in your bathtub.
Right. Okay.
It's gonna be more concentrated in the fucking drain section as you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Bath salts, Do you remember that dude that was like fucking eating people's faces in Florida because he was eating fucking bath salts?
There was a dude. Yeah.
What the fuck?
He did bath
smoking
salts.
Bath salts. And he's like fucking running around naked.
And he stabbed a dude like 26 times.
And the fucking dude let him eat him.
Yeah, that's insane.
He's like, oh, what are you doing? I can't see.
There was a dude who did like right after that happened, he dressed up like a zombie and he was chasing, it was the ghetto and he was just chasing people around and they were like running from him. It was all over YouTube. That shit was hilarious.
Those fucking videos. I'm like, those must be in states where they don't have a fucking carry. Yeah, like a bunch of people carrying.
No, so in this video, like,
which most people don't carry, which is a weird thing, even in fucking states where you're allowed to carry.
Yeah, I have friends that have a concealed carry, and I don't carry. Well, why the fuck did you get that license?
Yeah,
that's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah,
I got a driver's license, but I read the bus. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, in a couple of the videos, he got fucking, I'm sure they didn't have carry licenses because these were like gangbangers that he was chasing down the street and like dude pulled a gun on him and pointed it at him and they like freeze the video and circle it. And then the dudes just ran off.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Even if I was out there and I'm like walking around and somebody in a clown suit came up and was like, like this, I'd be like, pop, like just fucking drop them.
Yeah.
That's what you're risking for fucking YouTube fame. Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking, you fucking cunt.
Fuck yeah. I'm not funny, so I'll just try to scare people and hope I don't get shot. Yeah.
So yeah, the inconsistency of edibles is fucking so crazy. I've had plenty of times where I fucking have taken too much because I forget that I ate some.
Okay.
Whereas like if I smoke, I'm just like, oh, I'm high immediately. Like within, I sat outside of my house one time and I was like, I don't know what, because I take edibles and it's like they list how much it is and it's like this is 10 milligrams.
Right.
And you take that amount and then you feel a certain way and you take however many you want or whatever. And you know what you're getting into. It's very consistent even though it's inconsistent, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it would be like generally around 10 milligrams. But with smoking, you're just like, how much you fucking puff is like, there's no regulatory amount for that.
Yeah, it all depends on your lung capacity.
So for me, the one time I smoked recently, I was sitting there, I like let my dog out and she was running around taking a shit and fucking grabbing sticks and stuff. And I'm like, I took a fucking puff and I'm sitting there. I was sitting there like, hey, hurry up, take a shit. And I'm sitting there and then I'm continuously going, hey, hurry up. Mach schnell. I speak German to her. I'm like, mach schnell.
Yeah. Which means go fast in German. For
go
those
fast.
Who don't know. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll say shit like, hey, sit down, asshole. Like, but I speak to her in German just because of fucking whatever reason. I don't know. I just started doing it. I know German and I fucking start speaking.
Yeah. Are you fluent in German?
I know very basic shit. Like,
conversation.
Yeah. Like, when I go buy, because I was living in Germany for 2 years.
Okay.
And so I know, like, how much they want for money or what the time is and like, hey, where is this? Like, where is that? And just basic shit. I can
to be able to get yourself.
Yeah, and I can understand what they're saying. Like, I can understand what they're saying even if I don't know the words. Like, I know general mannerisms, shit like that.
You can pick the words out and then kind of figure out what they're saying.
So a lot of it revolves around the fucking train station. Just travel and like basic understanding. Like I'm a fucking 6-year-old basically. Like dada papa chocolate
bitte
eine Bier bitte. Give me a fucking beer.
Really, so we'll get real educational right here. If you ever go to Germany, the only
Ein Bier bitte.
Yeah, ein Bier bitte, and then wo ist die Toiletten? That's all you need to know. You know what I mean? Where's the bathroom? And ein Bier. One beer. Give me a beer.
Yeah.
My mom's fluent in German.
Oh, is she German?
She was a naturalized citizen. So On her side, I'm a first-generation American. On my dad's side, they've been here for
Cool.
the 1500s.
You speak German, you look like an asshole.
Yeah. There's a big correlation right
Yeah,
there. A lot of
it's
Germans
true.
are assholes.
They do look like they've been fucking chewing on a big turd for fucking ever. When I was living in Germany for 2 years, I lived there for 2 years.
What part did you live in?
Wiesbaden.
Wiesbaden. Okay.
Looks like Wiesbaden.
Yeah.
Wiesbaden, fucking Germany.
W's or V's.
Wiesbaden, Germany. Wiesbaden, Deutschland.
Yeah.
I was living in an apartment in downtown. It was super dope.
Yeah.
And I had a Weimaraner.
Yeah.
Weimaraner.
Yeah.
Gray dog. You ever see them? They got crop tails. They're super dope. I don't know why they crop their tails. They look super weird when they fucking don't crop their tails.
Yeah.
But I had one of those in Germany. And I let the dog shit in the garden one time.
Mm-hmm.
And some fucking kraut grabbed the turd and put it in my fucking... So we have these apartments.
Yeah.
Marble floor. Like pristine marble floor.
Nice.
Fucking nice, dude. And they knew me as the Americanish in the fucking building, dude.
Yeah.
And because I was the only fucking American living in this fucking city.
Yeah.
And like I let my dog shit in the fucking bush one time in the garden. It's like fucking peat moss and shit. Fucking like what's that shit? They fucking put these wood chips. What is that called?
Oh, beauty bark. Right?
Yeah, beauty bark. They put it in there and I let the dog shit there.
Yeah.
I was just walking. I was like, fucking Scheiße. Fucking let him shit in there. We kept walking. Well, I came back to my house.
Yeah.
Like a fucking hour later, we were running. Came back, and I was like all hyped from the fucking run. And there was on the marble floor, like this white, pristine marble floor, there was some of the beauty bark and a dog shit in front of my apartment door. I was like, what? Fucking Krauts! You fucking piece of shit! Yeah. This is why we kicked your shit out of you in fucking World War II, you dumb fucking Nazis!
Yeah, I'll teach you a lesson.
This very passive aggressive. Yeah. You fucking cunt. You cunty ass Germans. You were fucking pristine, fucking super soldier. Fucking ever. And then what you do? You do some passive aggressive shit, and you put a dog turd in front of my fucking apartment building door. Fuck you. At least come to me and say I'm gonna fucking euthanize your ass.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking kraut fucks.
That's kind of all they have left, though. Like when you think about it, like
Iowa gets him.
Yeah,
with the Super Z.
I don't have enough balls to go after him, so I will just.
Gets him.
I will just leave the turd on his front doorstep. Yeah, and then run off and laugh from across the courtyard. But like we were talking about this the other day, like
I would jump in das Kugelwagen. Das Flutterling.
Was does that even mean? Kubelwagen. German, like, is it weird? Like, to me, German is one of the easiest languages to just make up words that sound German.
Bro, what's weird about German, it's so different than all of the surrounding. It's similar, but fucking different. If you go to, like,
France or Italy.
Where's the Netherlands? Yeah. It's like, the Netherlands is like a combination of German and English. It's fucking weird. And it makes sense that it's different, where you can't understand, but it's like a combination of both. German is like, they say things, and it's like just to be different. Yeah. It's just to be fucking different. But you can understand when you're there, you can understand what they're saying.
Right, yeah.
You're sitting there and with this look in your eye, and I'll go like this. I'll be like, the fuck you say to me? And it's always offensive. It's always fucking horrible. Yeah. But they say it, they're like,
oh, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Stupid American.
It's such a guttural language, too. It's so hard to wrap your mouth around how to say some of those words. It's insane. Because I took it for
They have like 20 fucking 7-letter language fucking words, and there's not even 27 letters because they make up a fucking double S thing.
Yeah, the S set or whatever. You know what my favorite part is? You know what a fucking P is called there? Epsilon. What the fuck? Just say P. It's so much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even pa, like say pa, dude, or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pa.
P.
Fucking pa.
Epsilon. Get the fuck out of here.
What are they? The Straza is like STRA, weird
Double
fucking S
yeah.
thing, and then
So
the E.
So the S set, for those that don't know, it's like a B with an extended tail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. The B.
Yeah. It's like a long B. But it means 2 S's in a row.
What's fucked up, I was like, I would go home at night from working and stuff, and I would always drive by like the German volleyball team advertisements, and I never went and checked it out.
Males?
The whole time I was there. No, it's female.
Females, okay.
They don't fucking advertise male. I don't even think German dudes play volleyball.
I seen it in the Olympics.
Yeah, but they don't advertise that shit.
Yeah.
But I would drive by it, and I'm like, I should go there. It was like right by my apartment. I lived in downtown Wiesbaden.
Yeah.
Which is like the only German city that didn't get bombed because it was the most wealthy thing.
Yeah.
Which is weird. My last name's Wilhelm.
Yeah.
And they have statues of Kaiser Wilhelm everywhere.
Yeah.
It's funny. Everybody's like, thinks some certain things. They're like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And when I tell them my last name's Wilhelm, they're like, it's like, what?
Yeah, I thought you were Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have some Irish DNA in me, but my last name's Wilhelm. It was weird walking around there, and I'm like, oh, I could be related to old Wilhelm, old Kaiser, who was outed eventually because they're like, you're a piece of shit. Bring on Hitler.
Yeah.
He's better.
We don't like him.
He went from fucking the last Kaiser. I just looked it up recently. The last Kaiser, Wilhelm, went to like live a very humble life from being the king of Germany, to living like, I'm a chop wood and fucking don't bother me.
Yeah, that's what he fucking gets for allowing communism to prosper. So,
did you say Kanye?
Kanyeism? Is that like
Kanyeism? Yeezy.
Communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a
socialism, fascism.
Yeah. So, well, because
do you know a lot about fascism in Nazi Germany?
Yeah. Well, so
you want to go over it while I grab more beer?
Yeah. Well,
I'm giving a segue so you could talk about fucking kraut shit.
Yeah. So, well, my grandma actually served in the Luftwaffe. So there's that. So and that's what's interesting for World War II for me is because I had my grandpa served with the Americans in World War II, and then my grandma and her brother served in the.
And then I could just imagine.
Yeah,
I could just imagine on top of those wings, and she's flying around all gleefully. She's just like, "I will kill you, American!" And then they fucking a wing and airborne. She took time. She's like, I'm going to give you a fam ride, dog. She's like, she's got that German accent. They're flying around. And she's like, this isn't supposed to happen.
Right.
The command would kill me if she knew I was fraternizing with the fucking American soldier. And he's like, get down there. And he doggy styles her on top of a plane. That's your grandparents. Yeah. You are the product of two fucking fighters on an airplane, airborne while it's flying around.
Some horny ass warfighters, yeah.
They're just like, I got to get this nut off real quick. She's like, Hitler be damned. I'm going to let you fucking look at my box from behind.
These are all thoughts I've never had about my grandma.
You see the hood.
Yeah.
You see the hood over top of it. Like this podcast in reverse. Do this. Peter, I want you to do this. Like, go like this. And this is what your grandfather's penis looked like reversed from the inside.
Why is it black? Yeah.
Of course it is. Because of the shadow, bro. And it's like one of those videos. Yeah. It's like one of those videos of watching people fuck from the inside.
Oh, God. I know.
And it's like, ah!
Is it bad that you brought that up or bad that I know exactly what you're talking about?
Oh, all of it's bad. This isn't a good podcast.
No.
This is the bad podcast.
We went quick from edibles to like fucking American on German fucking intercourse and
watching like from the inside while they're on top. Like you imagine this. Like people imagine this.
Yeah.
This is the shot of Peter's grandparents fucking from the inside of her belly, and the product like. But in 1943 Germany.
Yeah, like 45. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Right when the Nazis were doing all their horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Talk about that.
Yeah.
I'll grab more beer.
So the Nazis...
I need it.
The Nazis were bad people, if you didn't know that. But not everyone in Germany was a Nazi. I bet you didn't know that. No, my grandma served in the Luftwaffe. She was a spotlight operator on the Eastern Front. So she shot down Russian bombers. My family has a disdain for Russians. Communist Russians. Yeah, but what we got onto this is Kaiser Wilhelm. A little history lesson for you here. He wanted to get Russia out of World War I, but they wouldn't surrender. So he allowed Lenin to come. He set up the train and allowed Lenin to come through his country to create the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, with the stipulation that they would back out of World War I. And that's where communism came from. Thank you, Kaiser Wilhelm.
There we go.
You motherfucker.
It's not my fault.
Yeah. Well, that was your grandfather's fault.
I'm just here with sick ass knives, dude.
Yeah. Knives are I know you like knives, but everybody.
No, I don't like knives.
Don't lie.
I like it because it cuts stuff open.
Yeah, no, I mean, you like it for, and that's the funny thing is people like knives nowadays because this
cuts my meat.
This is so cool. Which meat?
I get the London broil.
Okay.
I get a little bit of fucking tri-tip's my favorite, actually.
I like it.
I like it because it's economical.
Yeah.
Yet it tastes good. It's got a lot of that fucking marbling, dude.
Yeah. You have to get the right marbling.
A little bit drunk.
Where do you get your steaks from, the store?
I try to go to a butcher.
Yeah.
I don't try to go to fucking grocery store.
Safeway or some shit like that, yeah. Tacoma Boy. Have you been to Tacoma Boys? Probably not, because you live down here. I forget that we're not in Tacoma.
Yeah. I can't stand that smell of the fucking place, dude. Tacoma aroma. It smells like two jizz socks.
So we just talked about Tacoma aroma, but what people don't realize what it is it's so right next to the I-5.
We didn't even get into what actually is the Tacoma aroma.
Right next to I-5.
It smells horrible.
Yeah. Right next to I-5.
It sets you back. You're like, what the fuck is that smell? It's unlike anything you've seen.
You're like, man, this city is beautiful, and then you get donkey kicked in the nostrils as you're going past the Tacoma Dome.
We got the same thing down here.
It's a sewage.
We got the mushroom farm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's over by Mark's
Mushroom
house.
Corner, bro.
Every time I go to Mark's house,
it smells like there's 50 rats burning at any given time
with jalapeno peppers because it's spicy.
Oh, dude,
it's got a spicy.
It does it and it's weird because it's mushrooms, right?
Yeah,
they grow on shit. I could understand if we're near a mushroom plant and it smells like horse shit.
Yeah,
but it doesn't smell like that. It smells like I can't even fucking. It smells like a fucking rodent holocaust or some shit.
It's like someone took horse shit and rat piss and then mixed in pepper spray with it, and that's what it smells like.
It's fucking. We can smell it down here sometimes.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was driving up I-5. Windows up, and I could smell it on I-5.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like a fucking mile away from it. It's so fucking gnarly.
Have you smelled like a meth lab before?
No.
So
I don't usually get down on that.
I used to commute up to Kent, and Auburn is like the meth capital of Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you would drive.
For anybody that didn't know that, this episode has been brought to you by methamphetamine.
Yeah. Come to Auburn. King of meth. Yeah.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah.
It's also brought to you by Wikipedia, where you could find how to make methamphetamines.
Yes.
I have taken meth before.
Have you? What did it do for you?
In the original Jack 3D. Jack 3D.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
bro, that shit was fucking fire.
Yeah.
But that's refined.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I took Jack 3D, because it was spelled Jack with the number 3 and then D. And I had never taken a pre-workout in my life.
Yeah.
And my buddy, we were headed to work when I was in the military. And he's like, bro, you ever take fucking pre-workout? And I'm like, no, dude. And it was right when I was getting into working out pretty heavily. Yeah. And he gave me it was a tiny fucking scoop. Put it in fucking water. And it was like, we were driving. It was like 10 minutes after I took it. I was like, what is this stuff? And I was like, I just felt amped up, like, I was like all fucking, like sitting there, and he's like, calm the fuck down. And we didn't even get to work yet. We were right by that train bridge where the fucking Amtrak train fell off.
Yeah.
We're like driving up fucking there, and I was like, energy legs. Like it was like the old fucking, it was like the old fucking energy legs video that they had. Bro, I had fucking ranger legs, all kinds of energy legs.
Holy shit.
And I was sitting there and I was just fucking flexed out, and I walked in, my fucking neck was getting a workout just being there. We went in. We didn't even jack steel, bro. We didn't even jack any steel. We just walked around and fucking talked about how good we felt, and I just kept taking it. And I got real swole, and we didn't even do anything, dude.
You're just walking around flexing just all day long.
we fucking, I remember there were plenty of times where we fucking took that shit and we went and like did curls, and everybody's just all wide-eyed looking at each other. We're like, I feel fucking amazing. And we walk back to our team rooms and we just look at each other and fucking go, and like we'd fucking sit there and no working out, but we got bigger and stronger. Like, and it was fucking weird. And, we got so fucking jacked. And I would remember there was one time where I sat there, I was like, I don't even need to work out anymore. This is amazing. And then the FDA figured out what was happening. It's like, I was like, dude, if I didn't know what meth was, I would totally take it. Like, because if this is the refined version, holy fuck.
Yeah, if you could just find a place that makes clean shit.
Yeah, you watch everybody like after a month of taking, everybody had scabs and shit all over their face, like
from the itching. Right?
Just I'm so itchy, and you're fucking gripping your skin off. You're like, oh.
Jesus.
Jack 3D back in the day,
man.
dude. It still exists, but it's so weak.
Yeah.
It's just caffeine now.
Because it doesn't have meth.
No one knows.
Yeah.
I remember you got so accustomed to fucking Jack 3D that you would take that scoop, and when the powder went up, you were like, oh! You were fucking raging out, dude. Oh.
Just ready to fucking rip.
Just some generic label on it that just said Jack 3D, lowercase d, bro.
What's in it, and like our premium blend, and that's it. It's like this is gonna be
this was before ephedra was illegal.
Yeah,
ephedra, like methyl, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, people were having fucking heart attacks.
Yeah,
because they put them in like fat miracle pills. Like, you take this and you'll fucking lose a bunch of weight. So
yeah,
all
dude.
these fat motherfuckers, me being one of them. I didn't take it, but like all these people started taking it, and they were so out of shape that it just exploded their heart.
Oh yeah,
it's like, fuck, man. That was how far we've come. Just everything's illegal now.
Oh, talking to people like in the future, dude. I guarantee that free speech will be illegal.
Yeah. Oh,
at
absolutely.
some point.
Yeah. It's
illegal other places, but like us being able to talk freely like this.
It's already like black market illegal.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? Like with social media sites and stuff like that. We don't like that. Report it.
Yeah, you gotta be okay with the free speech and cancel culture. You gotta be okay to just say fuck you.
Yeah.
I see that as one of the big problems with all these fucking mainstream people is they just let people run all over them. It's like,
right.
Yeah, I've talked about it a few times on the podcast, but like Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen got shut down because they were fucking 18-year-old chicks.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Brian Callen's a different story. Like, supposedly 20 years ago he raped somebody, but
right.
It's all found to be bullshit because they just go in these news articles and then there's nothing else past it.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing else past it.
It's just an accusation.
Yeah. You look at the person's career and it's like, oh, you haven't been doing shit. It was your way to fucking, at this point you could just say I was raped and then you're fucking on the news again.
Yeah. To get to extend your 15 minutes of fame or whatever. Yeah. But it's and that's kind of like where we're talking about like freedom of speech. It's like right now you have and it's crazy. It's crazy that people are like, oh no, it's not. The media is not biased and social media is not biased. It's
who says that?
The people
in the media,
the people in the media, the people in the media, and the people that agree with that narrative.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, you're all for this right now because the voices that you disagree with are being silenced. But what happens when the shoe's on the other foot? Like, are you still going to, and you're not. And that's the thing is like, you don't realize how fucking bad it is because it's like, it's your team. And that's what's so broken right now is it's like, it's not okay if your team does it, but it's okay if my team does it.
Where do you stand politically?
I think
I recently just started talking about it. I started talking about being libertarian, but kind of on the fence about it because we have such shitty candidates.
Yeah.
Good space guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was hoping for a good space guy.
I voted for, what's his name? Welty. For, I think that's a Tacoma position. Like,
for which position? There's a fucking 50,000 that nobody understands.
It's like insurance commissioner.
Who the fuck? Is that going to change your life?
For Pierce County? I don't know. But yeah. But it's so... I'm probably middle of the road, probably more right leaning, more conservative.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm definitely not Republican and I'm definitely not Democrat, but I am conservative. Like I'm a true conservative, you know what I mean? Smaller government and stuff like that. So people are like, "Oh, you're libertarian." It's like, I don't think
libertarian's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I identify as that just because like
it's what you agree with the most.
Sort of, but every fucking time I start listening to their fucking positions, it's like it goes. They don't know what the fuck they want,
right? Yeah,
because every other candidate, they're non-consistent,
right? Yeah,
they'll be like, abortion is bad, and then they'll go like fucking.
Yeah,
abortion isn't bad. It's like, why is that even a fucking thing we're talking about? Like literally. Like what libertarianism should be is like government is smaller and you shouldn't fucking tell me what to do. And in a nutshell, that's what it should be. But then you have people that get so because of the left and the right, like far extremes like Biden and Trump. Yeah. You can't have a fucking middle. You can't have somebody who's just like, I want to live my life without fucking thinking about you.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's what's craziest is that Trump is considered far right now because I mean he's a New York Republican. He's like more middle of the road. But But the left is like the Democrats are so fucking far left now that now middle of the road seems extreme right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane. You know what I mean?
If you look at anybody towards the center, it screams anarchy.
Yeah.
Because what's the definition of anarchy? Against government, right?
It's no government.
You can't be a part of that.
Yeah.
And it's a great political campaign against that fucking idea.
Right.
About prepper. No, I'm not talking about preppers. It's like, who's that person you were talking about today? They're homesteaders.
Yeah.
Homesteading's illegal, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like...
In Tacoma, you can't even collect the rainwater that comes off of your roof.
Yeah, dude.
You'll get fucking fined for it.
It's bro.
What?
It's free.
Yeah.
It doesn't go any. That's the fucking thing. Like, people think, like, the biggest bullshit thing ever that has ever existed, ever. You could talk about global warming, all that shit, and have cases either side. But the biggest bullshit ever is shortage of water.
Yeah.
That's the biggest bullshit that has ever been, aside from fucking a bunch of things. But the biggest bullshit is the shortage of water.
Yeah.
Like, I could understand, like, pollutants of water, but eventually there's going to be fucking a hot day, and the water's going to separate from the fucking chemicals and all the bullshit that was in it.
Yeah.
It's not, chemicals aren't going to go up into the air for the same fucking thing as...
Because
like,
they're heavy.
Yeah. They sit in the fucking same pond as that, but that water goes on a mountain somewhere and drifts down and gets filtered.
Yeah.
You never drink fucking rainwater. That's fucking on the... Like, I was talking to my son the other day. I'm like... He's like... If we run out of water, we could just go over here and drink it. I was like, yeah, but we won't because you could get some bacteria or something from there that might kill us.
You get that beaver fever.
Yeah. You got to filter it. But that's what, that's the biggest fucking bullshit ever. Like, even these days.
Yeah.
You can, and not even these days. You've always been able to filter fucking salt water.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Like, as simple as a trash bag and a fucking piece of heavy something in the center with a fucking drainage thing.
To make it drip.
We just don't know how to do it. So buy our bottled water for $2. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like $3 for a
bottle dude.
Water, It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants need.
You know, you could... I know you said you're religious, but you could look at a lot of shit and be like, it's the biggest scam since religion is bottled water.
Right, yeah.
You know?
So I will go as far to say that I'm more spiritual than I am religious.
Exactly. Yeah,
I definitely had a falling out with church just from stuff that happened with the church that I grew up in. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like,
You want to hear something about me? People think I'm the Satanist fucking person. Right?
Yeah.
I went to church for a good portion of my life.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm speaking fucking like this, but I am.
It goes back
as soon as I start talking about religion.
It goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
So I'm not going to say the church because it's a great church. Right. I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah.
They're an amazing church. They've been very successful. They've had a lot of people join them. They've expanded, which is weird in itself. They shouldn't be as fucking as big as they are.
Right.
If they're not taking money and fucking doing stuff with it.
Right.
When I was going through my divorce, I was in a very fucking bad spot financially, mentally, all that stuff. And that was like within 5 years ago.
Right.
So I started going to this church and just to change this stuff up. My friend said, what could it hurt? Just come here and the same standard recruitment shit.
Right. Yeah. See if you like it. If you don't like it, then you don't have to come in.
And I ended up going for like fucking a good period of time because it was like everybody was nice.
Yeah.
All that stuff. There were some things that spoke to me. You know, maybe I could change things up.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that it made me who I am in a way.
Yeah.
You know, you take every experience that you have in your life.
Yeah.
And it influenced me to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was there for fucking, hold on, plot thickens. I was there for a little bit and they shut service down for fucking 3 weeks because there was a police investigation on the guy that kept taking money from people for the tithes and offering.
Mm.
He was fucking dipping in the fucking pot and buying new camera equipment because he was fucking his children in his basement and videotaping and selling the fucking videos on the black market.
Yeah.
So I stopped going to fucking church at that point.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what fucked me up even more is that everybody that kept going after they shut the church down for a little bit is they kept telling me, like, well, it's just Satan working in the background. I was like, no. No. We were all given free. If we believe in the Bible and the fucking religion, we were all given free will. That dude just was fucked up. And I'm not saying he consciously chose to fuck his kids.
Yeah.
He had something fucking wrong with him.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying with the free will shit.
Yeah.
He had something fucking medically wrong with him where he decided to do all that shit.
Right.
I don't believe in the fucking... Me, speaking from a spiritual perspective, I don't believe in the Satan made you do this, God made you do this.
Right.
I think there's a higher power, right? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
I don't think it guides anything. I think it creates, right?
But do you believe in the battle between good and evil?
It's sort of.
Yeah.
In a sense, yes. I don't believe in Satan and I don't believe in the depiction of God. And it just boils down to this because there's 30,000 different belief systems in the world to where I can't buy off on any of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they're all worshiping God, right?
And, yes.
So it's
but what is if they're all different and even Buddhism and all that stuff? How can you look at any of them and just be completely bought off and purchased on something specific?
And even when you look at it, so like with Islam, people are like, well, Islam, they're worshiping this way and this way, yeah, but they believe in God. They believe in the same God that I believe in. They choose to worship it a different way, right?
I will say this: that if this podcast exists,
right?
If this TV behind you with this fucking flower, if we even sit here and drink this banquet of Coors Light that we've been partaking on,
the silver bullet,
this bounty of Coors Light, then there's got to be something bigger.
Yeah.
And if it's, people like science, religion, I think they're all in the same. Yeah. I think it's all in the same, and nobody fucking understands. We understand, if we look at science, we understand 10%. They can say that.
Yeah.
Mathematically, they understand 10% of what actually happens. Whole 90%.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No idea.
No one knows who's pulling the fucking strings behind.
Right.
Do I believe it's a man that looks like either of us?
Probably not.
I think it's a fucking mathematical equation, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't think there's somebody out there going like, you're going to drink today, or you're going to fucking, you're going to make a bad decision.
It's in the cards, yeah.
I think it's because it's so, I can't buy off on that there's somebody, one single figure that's just sitting there saying this is happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
No. It makes sense because I feel the same way, right? As people, and this is one of my least favorite sayings in Christianity is God has a plan. That's just you. You witness some horrible shit and you don't know what to say to the person because you don't know how to console them. So you say God has a plan. It's like, so
it gives people some sort of
something to hold on
solitude
to.
in the fact that there's something greater coming. But if you're just a giant piece of shit after you fuck up, then you're still going to be a fuck up. Like if you're just a shitty person and they're like, I'm just going to fucking drink and smoke weed and do this meth, and then it's God's plan.
Yeah.
You make an active decision. And that's in every religious text ever.
Yeah.
Right? It's free will.
Yeah.
You have free will.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if we look at the classical sense of God, like looking down and going like this, and we look at the fucking text and say free will, then he's not going to be dicking it. He's not going to put his dick beaters in there.
Right.
You ever seen God jerk off?
No.
I'd kind of like it. And now people can imagine.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there jerking off on fucking Cloud 9, just like, oh, yeah.
That sounds more like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Greek mythology is
Greek
big
mythology.
On rape and God's jerking off. And, you know what I mean?
That's what Ares is about, right?
Yeah. The god of war and butt sex.
He was an asshole.
He was, yeah.
That's the thing. I like, we talked prior to this. I don't like to talk about the other stuff we got going on, but Ares was kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And so I try to portray that sometimes.
Yeah. He's like the god of war and pestilence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
fucked his sister and shit. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Zeus wasn't much better though. You know what I mean? Like how Hercules came around. I mean, Zeus was
Zeus was like, Ares, would you please stop being so aggressive? And he's like, fuck you, Dad. I'm going to go fuck up this whole village.
He's like, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The thing that I find weird about the Zeus legend and stuff is like, he didn't transform himself into a dude. It would be like a fucking condor that came down and raped a village woman. And then Hercules came out. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Like, you're benevolent. And I'm going to be a condor. I'm going to fuck all these chicks in this village. Greek mythology. That was.
If you're gonna be any bird that fucks the whole village, you might as well be a condor.
California condor. And the Greeks were like, "What the fuck is California?"
It's got a fucking 25-foot wingspan. They're like, "What's this?" And they're like, "Oh my god, I'm orgasming."
Hercules. Yeah. Perseus. That was probably my favorite subject in high school was the Greek mythology, just because there's so much just crazy shit that happened. So it was Greek mythology, but it was Greek history too. Like we studied the Peloponnesian War and stuff, which is, for those that don't know, the Peloponnesus is like Sparta and the Corinthians and shit, and they went to war.
History lesson.
Yeah, they went. I love history. Like history is
what about history makes you love it so much?
It's just so we always think we're at the peak of society, right? And it's like like I said before, where it's just hubris. Like the Romans were doing brain.
I would disagree.
You know what I mean, so
okay,
how so?
Because you can't always agree that you're at the peak of society when you live in the 1990s.
Right.
Everyone agrees unanimously.
Yeah.
That it was horrible.
The 90s?
Yes.
We had some good stuff in the 90s. David Hasselhoff.
We have good stuff everywhere, but it's like I have that fucking thing where it's like they drive a bus off a bridge and that dude with a giant fucking black cock is in the back fucking seat. You know what I mean?
In the 90s? Are we talking about Speed?
I took it. Great movie. Yeah. Fucking ridiculously great movie. What if every Keanu Reeves movie ever has to do with the Matrix?
Yeah.
We're going to get into some other shit right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Seriously. I have some theories about fucking Keanu Reeves.
So I read a theory the other day about John Wick, which...
Did you read it from my page?
Maybe it was. I don't know. I
I
forget where it was.
I have a fucking
we're-
theory,
we're-
and people, oddly enough, people are not just going, yeah, that could be. They're just like, no fucking way, bro. I'm like, why are you so? Why is that not possible? There's just no fucking way. I'm like, you realize that John Wick is a movie, right? Like somebody wrote it out of their brain.
They're like,
That's not a real story.
That's actual history.
So tell me what you're gonna say. I'll let you speak.
So I feel like what you were saying with the whole and I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies. You know what I mean?
You haven't seen any John?
Not a one,
bro.
Yeah, I need to,
bro.
I need to. Everybody's like, he reloads guns like in real life, like
he does. That's the coolest part.
And that's
it's
cool.
John Wick movies. Like the one thing from like a gunfighter perspective.
Yeah,
I've spent a little gunfighting in my life. It's very realistic to watch. That's why you went to fucking Terran Tactic, Terran, whatever the fucking stooge.
That now disgraced dude.
Who? I don't know. He's making videos with fucking Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
right.
Is he? The Precious.
He just dropped a video today.
But
but like like it's the one thing about like other movies where it's like a 6-shooter. Right. This is in the past. 6-shooter will have like 20 bullets.
Yeah,
but in John Wick, if you look at it from a perspective, they will do what's that? Do I have a mag right there? I have a mag that's full up for whatever.
15, 16 rounds.
Yeah, it will have a full up clip, and the when they do the
you can sit
the
there
shots, you can count them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And when he reloads, it's like real time. It's not
right.
You know, you can be as fast as shit with fucking reloads. You can drop it out and have a mag up and go like that. But it's only as fast as people can do it. So that's that's the one part about John Wick that everybody, like, if you focus on that, you're fucking golden. You could have a shit movie. Like, if you look at John Wick from a fucking storyline perspective, it's like, it makes no fucking sense. He's fucking fighting all these Russians over a dog. Like, but it's so dope because every guy would.
If you had that skill set and some Russians killed your dog, you'd do the same thing.
Yeah. It's not great acting. Can we agree on that?
I haven't seen it, so I'll take your word for it.
Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. It's not great acting, even though he knows kung fu.
That was amazing acting. But I feel like you're probably right. Like, all this is just going to tie into The Matrix, but you know what movie?
I didn't say shit. I want you to formulate your own perspective in this thought experiment we're doing right now.
So The Matrix is just Neo's training program from The Matrix, right?
I want you to build this because I'm already getting excited about what you're saying. Start over. Okay. So just start over.
Okay. So there's.
And I want there no misconstrue that I haven't said to the fucking Wook anything about what I think. Just go.
Okay. So
build it.
I read
build
a little. I read a little bit of the theory that the Matrix has everything to do with. So we'll go all the way back to like Point Break, right? So that's just Neo trying to learn. Like, he just wants to learn how to surf. Boom. There you go. That was the surfing program.
I love it.
You know what I mean? And then you go to John Wick, and that's the weapon handling program.
You've seen The Matrix, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, because the way you're talking about his downloading information code into his body.
You stick a big robot dick in the back of your head and learn stuff.
I just want to say this. I'm not getting into my theory about what it is. I'll tell you what my theory is after you go through your whole fucking thing.
Okay.
But I told somebody my theory today, and they're like, there's no fucking way it would ruin John Wick for fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you mean to tell me if you found out that this is what it was, that you would just be like, fuck John Wick? And I'm like, no fucking way. He's like, I totally would. I was like, okay, good. Continue.
So I feel like everything will be revealed, not in the new, because apparently they're making like a new Matrix movie or a new John Wick movie or something like that with Keanu Reeves.
Can I tell you this part?
Yeah, tell me.
John Wick and The Matrix are coming out on the same day.
Same day. So
John Wick 4, Matrix 4, same day.
Here's what everyone forgets. Those are going to be regular movies. You're not going to get any spoilers. It's going to come out in the new Bill and Ted movie. That it's all fucking tied together.
No, you fucked it up, dude. You fucked it up. You totally fucked up all of that.
I'm just excited for the Bill and Ted movie.
Here's the part. Here's the part you fucked up. You didn't watch any of the John Wick movies.
Yeah.
How are you a man you didn't watch fucking John Wick?
I don't know.
And I'm not even one of those people that go, how are you man if you don't like steak? Like, how, dude?
Yeah, I've just never got.
I got
around
John
to watching
Wick.
them.
I got John Wick 3, and it's a hard fucking thing.
Yeah.
Are
they on streaming services, or do I have to go buy a DVD?
You got to start John Wick 1. That's the best one.
Do you think
John Wick 2 is kind of like hokey, and then 3 is like super fucking dope as fuck.
Is it worth buying? Because I'm still the type.
Yeah,
I'll go out and buy them. I'd rather do that than streaming services.
I think 1 and 3 make up for fucking how insignificant
mediocre
2 is. Yeah. Just like many.
That's kind of the curse of a lot of
trilogies,
sequels. Yeah. Not The Empire Strikes Back.
Bro, I gotta take a piss again.
Go pee.
Can you fill up time if I go piss?
How long are you gonna be?
Okay, just run off on fucking however long it takes to piss. It's not gonna be 10 minutes.
So let's talk about. Go ahead and go, and I'll just talk about Keanu Reeves movies. Okay, so Keanu Reeves movies. I think the first. I'm not gonna say that the first Keanu Reeves movie I saw was Bill and Ted's, because I'm pretty sure it was Speed first. And then I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Is there anybody else out there that's a Bill and Ted fan? Or is it just me? Like, when I saw the new trailer for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I was super excited. And everybody else seems to not care. The Matrix movies were amazing, though. Definitely groundbreaking as far as movie-making technology. That's a tough one. We should do that. When Mike gets back, we're going to do, like, top 5... or top 3. Top 5 is too easy for a single actor, but top 3 Keanu Reeves movies. Let me think here what my favorite is. Point Break was probably my favorite Keanu Reeves movie. And it's not necessarily for Keanu Reeves, but... a light went out. The batteries are dead. Keanu Reeves is alright in that movie, but the supporting cast, and Patrick Swayze is great in that movie. That's a good movie. That was the first movie I saw that made me want to go surfing. But I live in Washington, and it's cold, and we don't have good waves out here. Speed, I can give or take Speed. Probably, would the Matrix movies count as 1? Matrix 1, 2, and 3? Put it in the comments, let me know. Top 3 Keanu Reeves movies. You can only have 3. Wait, this is what I was just talking about. Yep. With Keanu, if you're trying to... Your favorite Keanu Reeves movies, 1 to 3. You can only choose 3. Would you consider the Matrix 1 movie series? Just like you'd consider, like, because me and my friends do that all the time. Like, oh, what's your favorite movie series? Top 3. And we'll be like, Star Wars. You know what I mean? And that counts as 1, even though it was 3 movies, the original trilogy. Or would you have to pick and choose? Top 3 favorite Keanu Reeves movies, go.
Matrix, I think.
The Matrix trilogy. Right?
Yeah. Number 2, Point Break.
Yeah, that was my number 1. Just because it's sporting. Patrick Swayze is so good in that movie.
There's some random movie where he's a Russian dude. No, Constantine.
Oh, yeah, Constantine. I forgot about
But it's not a series. It's just 1.
Yeah.
No, it's hard. Because there's only like 4 identifiable Keanu Reeves ones.
Constantine, I think, would be, if Shia LaBeouf wasn't in it, that would be like in my top 3. But I just can't stand him.
Shia
LaBeouf. Can't stand him. I used to love those Transformers movies.
The problem with Keanu Reeves is he's so similar in all. Even you look at Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. He's a less goofy Johnny Utah. Or he's
the same
Johnny
fucking
Utah.
person.
No. Johnny Utah isn't that.
Keanu Reeves could be in Dude, Where's My Car? And it would be the same fucking... That's what fucking Dude, Where's My Car is Bill and Ted's. They tried to fucking recreate that.
Yeah, that's very true.
He's been in so many movies.
Yeah.
But I would say Constantine was good.
Yeah.
Matrix number 1. I watched everyone.
Yeah.
John Wick. It's hard to place like where I'd put him. I think.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be 1, 2, and 3.
I would say Matrix, John Wick series, and then Bill and Ted's.
Bill and Ted's?
Yeah, I'm going to venture on that.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
Bill and Ted's was... So, for me, Point Break is in the top 3. And it's just, like, Patrick Swayze is great in that movie, and Keanu Reeves isn't even great in that movie, but
I think that's the first Keanu Reeves movie I
Yeah.
watched.
I think and I was just saying that like I didn't, because Bill and Ted's I think is his oldest one. I think that was his first movie,
Yeah.
and then it was like Point Break after that, or
I
or
don't.
whatever,
They're coming out with a new Bill and Ted's, and I don't like the idea that they're parents.
So yeah, and it
Because you can't act stupid as a parent.
you can't
Like all that shit. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're stupid parents,
Yeah.
but like I'm interested. I'm interested to see how,
what the storyline is
Yeah.
going to be for it. So my issue is,
which is fucking retarded to think
Yeah.
because it's Bill and Ted. You shouldn't want to know what the storyline is. They just
Yeah.
go back in time, bro.
yeah,
The second one, they fucking went to medieval times
Yeah.
and like some
We talk-
unrealistic shit.
we talked to Socrates. Yeah, that's what they call him. Yeah, to me, this looks more like the new one looks. While I'm excited to see it, you know what I mean? It looks like a reboot, where it's going to be.
I think it's a money grab, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking. They just
is there
money.
anything else that comes out of Hollywood now? Like Hollywood is so fucking terrible for original content right now. So let's
Because I'm gonna
this movie.
even me knowing that
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and give them money
Yeah. I
because
can
I
see
want to
it, yeah.
see what the fucking last Bill and Ted episode is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I just like Keanu Reeves. He's a solid dude in real
Yeah.
life. So
So I want to give you some theories.
yes, yeah. Let me hear your theories because I don't know anything about John.
This is I've been talking about it for a while, and I said it initially before I even looked into anything, and everybody's like, "There's no fucking way." And surprisingly, people fought me on it. I'm like, "You
Right.
don't even fight to go to the fucking voting booth,"
Yeah,
and you're like, like.
I don't vote, bro.
And then you just want to fucking argue. It's even like Trump supporters and whatever. They're just like, fucking Hillary Clinton. It's like, you didn't fucking vote. Who the fuck are you talking about? You shouldn't. Here's the deal. If you don't vote, you shouldn't fucking be able to fucking say shit about either party.
yeah, let me. Yeah, so yes, that and like if you want to complain, so that, but people, I only vote for president. Why? Your local politicians have so much
This is
more
what
power
I'm
to
saying,
fuck you in
dude.
the ass. Absolutely.
Like, it's a great spectacle to watch the federal
Yeah.
government.
Yeah, but they're on the other side of the country.
Well, what happens in D.C.
Doesn't
for the
mean
fucking,
shit
there's
here.
a mayor in D.C. and a fucking
Yeah.
governor. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
in this mystical land known as the District
Yeah.
of Columbia, which isn't a state that exists in Maryland.
That might as well be Mount Olympus, and those are
Yeah,
all gods
dude.
just bickering amongst
Like,
each
think
other.
about it.
Yeah.
The fucking governor of Washington affects us more than fucking Trump
Absolutely.
or fucking
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton or any of them.
Your city, look at Seattle right now with their city council.
Bro. And
Just
Trump can't do shit about it,
not
right?
a fucking thing.
yeah, like, I'm going to send troops.
I'm going to send
I tried to do his voice. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to send troops.
I'm going to send officers. They're going to be huge.
They'll be
Yeah.
they'll be the best
They'll be
officers
huge.
ever. They'll be the most federalist of
It's such
federal governors ever.
How far we've come that
You think
Donald
you're
Trump-
you're a governor? I'll send 15 governors.
Yeah, I'll send a new governor. He'll be huge.
That's the funny thing about Trump is even if you like him, you can make fun of his voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like doing like Bernie Sanders is real good. I'm once again asking you like to give me more
that's a
money.
meme, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
I did
yeah.
a meme with the fucking death cheetah. And it's like, I'm asking again for your likes on my podcast.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get more money, and then we won't know how to spend it, and we'll just put it on ridiculous stuff, and then I'll buy another house. I don't know. I'm Bernie Sanders. He's another one that's got a weird fucking.
He's got a
voice,
lot
man.
of cheeks.
Yeah, he does.
A lot of
yeah.
cheeks.
He's got-
Let me tell you my fucking perspective on the
sorry.
fucking Keanu Reeves thing and the fucking. Let me tell you my perspective on the Matrix.
This is how I got my jowls.
This is unpopular.
Okay.
All right, this is very unpopular. I
Okay.
became more sober as I started drinking. It's super weird. I'm more
Yeah.
collected.
You are, yeah. The
I was in a
speeches and
void.
sorry.
I was in a void where I
Yeah.
was like, I'm super drunk right now.
You-
like,
You were on the cusp.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a little bit.
but
yeah.
it's good for the Procast, Violent Procast. Started calling it that because the fucking Twitters
Violent Professional Podcast.
at Violent Procast
Yeah.
because Twitter won't allow me to put Violent Professional because they only allow a certain amount of characters for handles. That's why
I was
Yeah.
like 13 or something.
Dude, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I have Violent Professional everywhere because nobody fucking thought about it.
Right.
But I had Violent Professional on Facebook, Instagram, fucking Pinterest. When I try to make
Are you on
fucking
Pinterest?
podcast tables.
That's where you should put your fucking your recipe books on fucking
Dude.
Pinterest. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even
Cheddar
talk
cheese
about that
and
shit,
ramen.
dude.
Yeah.
I gotta bring that up.
Yeah.
That's a new fucking. That's a whole different podcast. But yeah, it's at Twitter on Violent Procast, and I just straight slay people.
Yeah.
Straight slay because
Yeah.
that's what they do on Twitter. It's fucking
Yeah.
gnarly. I have no followers on there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Violent Procast.
Procast. Yeah.
Anyway, my theory on John Wick, surprisingly enough, people push back. Weird. I don't understand why they push back so much on this fucking idea.
Right.
It's so fucking obvious. If you just look objectively, I have watched every Matrix movie. I have not looked at the comics because that's where a bunch of nerds sit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You look at fucking Star Wars comics, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of fucking canon outside of the fucking nonsense.
Yeah. That's now not canon anymore, but sure.
You know, I don't even know what that means. I just said the word because I know that's a thing.
It means Disney says it's real or it's not real.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Star Wars.
Okay, we'll just say there's a bunch of other stories that attribute to the actual story
Yeah.
that aren't authentic, but they're made and the fucking George Lucas says, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That can be in the universe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a ledge and say John Wick is Neo from The Matrix.
Okay. In what context, though?
You haven't seen the movies, so you're a horrible guest at this part.
Yeah.
If you had seen the movies, you would fight me on it. I'm guaranteed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this out for anybody. Everybody's like, no! And they're fucking slamming their fists. They're like, no fucking way! Because I'll, like, say this to my mom, and she's like, you're an asshole. I should have aborted you. I'm like, God damn it. I didn't even know you watched it. She's like, I didn't, but I went.
It's so polarizing.
Yeah, it is. It's like more polarizing than left and right. So I'm going to say this. Which one did you watch? Matrix or fucking, you didn't watch John Wick.
I haven't seen any John
So you
Wick.
understand the fucking Matrix and how he uploads shit into his being and he can apply it to the rest of the Matrix.
Yes.
Game. There's also, in the Matrix, there's additional timelines of different versions of Neo.
Yes.
Okay? So there's versions of Neo that have never taken the red pill.
Oh.
Right?
I see what you're saying. I already know where you're going. And that makes total sense.
Okay?
Because when he's talking to that dude at the end, he's like, you're the 27th or 17th
Yes.
or whatever.
They say it in fucking,
reincarnation.
which is that episode or fucking chapter?
That's the third one.
Third one, where he learns all the stuff.
Revolutions or whatever.
He's already speaking code. He already knows all that shit. Like the first movie was where he learned that he could see the fucking things, right? When he's fighting Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, it was the second movie where he could actually like see it with his eyes. The first one he was still just
It's hard to I've seen all of them.
Yeah. They kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he learns all this stuff and like he punches through the walls because he knows there's things over there and whatever.
Stops bullets and shit. Yeah.
There's also sides of Neo where he takes the blue pill. He shuts it all off.
Yeah.
He does all that stuff. There's all these different timelines, multiple universes.
Right.
Well, what if you take the fucking blue pill after you've been in the Matrix and you understand?
But now you have an understanding that where you're at is not
yes.
real. Yeah.
So what if Neo downloaded all of this fucking kung fu fighting and these gunfighting skills into his being, and he takes the blue pill after because he realizes how hard it is to understand that he's in this area where he has all these special skills, but he's able to do all this crazy shit. If you look at Matrix and fucking John Wick, he fights very similar.
It's the same thing.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Without all the flashy fucking dip down whatever, which is unrealistic. And if you look at
27.
If you were to take the fucking blue pill, right, and you were to cut off the fucking whole existence and knowledge of the Matrix, which is like, oh, I know I could fucking hang out with people in this fucking super orgy, and then I could go fucking fight and do all this crazy shit. If you just take the blue pill after you've done all this shit and you were able to fucking dip down on your heels and fucking go into, you'd be like, what fucking happened?
Yeah.
Like you were like, I can do fucking karate. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were to fucking zip down while people are shooting at you,
Yeah.
you'd be totally you would be like, what? Seriously, what just fucking happened? If you lost all existence of this super ability fucking Matrix type of world,
Right.
where you're totally incapable on the other side other than having a giant dirt orgy in the background with all this slimy fucking people that are just fucking each other in a fucking human pile in a cave.
Yeah.
Like, you would
with trap music over the top of it.
And imagine if that was your existence and then you took the blue pill and you're just like,
I just don't want to do it anymore. Yeah.
And then you're back and you're in the middle of this giant dirt orgy and you're back in the fucking world. And you're like, what happened? And you're in a fucking cubicle and you're like, oh, I know Kung Fu. And then you're like, wow, you would definitely be a Russian counter agent for the CIA.
Absolutely.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I say it ridiculously, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking venture guess, seeing as the two directors are friends.
Yeah.
Seeing as the two directors, no, it's three directors, because you got those two fucking transgendered people that created the Matrix.
The Coen brothers / sisters, yeah.
The Coen fisters that didn't understand where they were, and now they created something fucking mystical and fucking magical.
Yeah, something.
And then John Wick, which is literally ridiculous.
Right.
If you think about it. That dude should be dead 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
And then they're coming out of the same fucking day. 20 years fucking later.
Yeah.
And they can all do fucking Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on. And it's amazing when I fucking spell this out for people that they're like, no fucking way. I'm like, what the fuck are we? Are we in the Matrix? Are you kidding me?
It makes sense.
It's a fucking movie. Someone wrote it.
Yeah.
It's totally possible. Like, literally, I've written shit where it's like, no one understands that. Oh my God, it's the same thing.
Yeah. That makes... So just the little.
I am fucking putting it out here. The fucking Matrix and John Wick are the same thing. John Wick is Wick's is a dude who got into the fucking Matrix, downloaded his fucking special skills,
right,
and then fucking took the blue pill because it was too hard. It's maybe not the same thing, but it's probably that.
John Wick is like an alternate Neo. And in an alternate universe or whatever, yeah, absolutely.
It's not the main storyline.
Even in the Matrix, when he's talking to that old fucking Colonel Sanders looking dude at the end, who's sitting in the chair, and there's all the TVs behind him, and he says something, and then there's like 100 different reactions before Neo actually says anything. That he could be one of those Neos. That's a damn good theory, dude. That's a really good theory.
That's what I think.
And people that rail against that are just, I don't think they have the capacity for that type of thought, is all it is.
It's the same.
What? Earth is flat.
Those are the same people that are like.
There's a southern accent again.
Dude, Earth is flat, and if I get my son vaccines, he'll get autism. It's like, no. He's going to get autism because you're an asshole. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, because retardation.
Because you feed him KFC on every fucking meal.
Yeah. It
has nothing to do with a vaccine that solves an incurable disease.
Yeah.
You fucking dick face.
Cure polio? Fuck that. It causes autism.
Oh.
He'll walk around with no fucking legs. I don't give a shit.
I would rather have a dead son than the son with autism. And a son with autism seems horrible. All talking to me and stuff and going, I'm super smart, but I'm socially awkward.
Because that was, let's be honest here. Like, I wouldn't want a son with autism because that would make my life hard. Let's be brutally honest here.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are fucked up, man.
Oi! I fucking hate people. That's why I wish the Matrix and John Wick were real.
Yeah.
In my heart, they're real. Let's give a high five and a point, bro.
Yes.
No, other hand. You got
other hand.
Are you grabbing your dick?
That's not
point.
A point.
We're gonna do a high five and a point and do a cheetah growl at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. You ready?
Wow. We didn't have to make that sound. I made it on the fucking editor.
I think mine's better.
And with that, kids, thank you for joining us on the Vile Professional Podcast. I hope you liked the theories about fucking John Wick, Matrix, and vaccines. Goodbye. If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.